Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Luke's Music Room. Today we will learn a quick composing tip you can use to make your compositions more effective and more emotional. So before we get into that, firstly let's take a listen to this example that we will be achieving today. What makes this piece so effective is moving from major to minor, but it does so in a very smooth way. This is because it uses the relative major and minor keys. What are relative keys? Well, relative keys are keys that share exactly the same musical notes. For example, C major and A minor. Both share exactly the same musical notes, but both have different tonal centers, which is what gives them both their different unique sounds. The home center of C major is of course C, and the home center of A minor is of course A. Now let's take a look at the piece again and see how it jumps between these two relative keys. The start of this piece is clearly in C, with the flute starting on the E and the harp playing a C and a G, thus making a clear C major chord and establishing this as our tonal home. The second chord is the 5th degree of the C major scale, which is G. The 5th chord, also known as the dominant, is very useful in establishing the 1 chord, also known as the tonic, as the tonal center of the piece. However, the piece then moves to A minor and jumps to the 5th of A minor, which is E minor. Thus, this tonal center has effectively moved away from C to A, and thus the mood of the piece goes from something that's quite happy and light to something a lot darker and a lot sadder. So, how can you take a piece that's in major and turn it to relative minor? Well, quite simply, you drag the whole piece 2 notes down as such. Then to do the opposite, from minor to major, you simply drag the whole piece 2 notes up. This is something you can do with every major and minor key. For example, if you're in F major, if you go down 2 degrees of the scale, you'll be in D minor, and likewise if you rise 2 notes up from D minor, you'll be in F major. Similarly, in A major, if you go down 2 degrees in the scale, you'll be in F sharp minor, and you can then go back up 2 degrees of the scale back into A major. There are some other keys that are relative to C major that maybe we'll dive into in a different video. It's really interesting and fun to try these out, and these would be great things to apply to your GCSE or A-level music composition to get the highest marks. Thank you very much for watching Mr. Luke's Music Room, and I hope to see you again.